What's up guys, this is Nick at Stridewise.com, and today I've got another episode of my series on the best places to buy shoes and boots in New York City. We have come to, of course, the historic, very world famous Madison Avenue, and we're here to go to the store, which is a lot of guys' first stop when they get out of uni, they get out of college, and it's time for them to get their first pair of real grown-up shoes. We're at Allen Edmonds. What's special at Allen Edmonds? For someone who hasn't heard of you guys before and they want to come to New York and buy some nice shoes.
Yeah, we're pretty deep in New York. We have one store downtown, 3 in Midtown. So we're here at Madison and 55th. For Allen Edmonds, really what sets us apart is, like you mentioned, the American manufacturing, the domestic manufacturing. We still have a production facility in Wisconsin where all of our welted shoes are made. And that gives us the ability to do some great sizes. So for guys that have never been professionally sized on a Brannick device, we make 110 sizes in a lot of our classics. So it's one of those things where we're probably the best entree into fine footwear, because it's a place where you can learn about the sizing, learn about the materials, learn about the construction, and really come away confident in what you've purchased. So yeah, we're kind of the way you get into it, and try to be really approachable about it too. We know there are more expensive brands than us, but there are also cheaper ones, and we're kind of a good transition for most guys.
Yeah, it seems to me, when I think about the Allen Edmonds brand, it's like the biggest good shoe company. There are like more expensive ones and there are smaller ones, and it's like the scale that Allen Edmonds has and the quality, like those two things together. It just seems pretty unmatched, right?
Yeah, no, I think we're in that sweet spot. We try to really focus on the value. So again, you're getting a Goodyear welted shoe, you're getting full grain leathers, you're getting a leather insole, and really notable partners, especially when it comes to like our outsoles coming from Day-Night and It's Hide and brands like that, JR and our Shell Cordovan. So yeah, it's kind of that discovery process for a lot of guys. Most of them find out about us through someone in their life who they respect. So it's normal for us to hear, my boss told me to come get a pair of shoes here. Or my dad wore Allen Edmonds forever, and he said, I just got out of college. He said, you got to go get a pair of Park Avenues. And so really word of mouth is how we've sustained and grown. And being around 100 years, that's kind of there's a sense of pride there. And that legacy has really helped us kind of continue on to what the next 100 is going to look like. Yeah.
You mentioned the Park Avenue. Mm-hmm. Can you walk us through like some of your most popular models that people always ask about?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, Park Avenue, which is our standard cap toe Oxford.
This one?
Absolutely. Yeah. So the black Park Avenue specifically is by far our best seller. I think a lot of guys who find us.
The suit shoe, huh?
It is. Yeah. 6 eyelet Oxford cap toe. One thing that I can always notice a pair of Park Avenues because we have a distinctly shorter cap. So that's what tortures me at the airport when I'm looking at men's feet. I can always tell a Park Avenue because of the shorter cap. It's on our 65 last, which is actually a pretty long and narrow last, but we make it in 110 sizes. So, we have guys who, everything from a 16 AAA all the way down to a 6 triple E.
That's a skeleton.
It is.
16 AAA.
It is. And we have those guys, and I've questioned, you're not a 6, and you put them on the Brannick device? Sure enough. So yeah, it's a full grain calfskin, flat welt, 360 degree welted, a standard 9 iron leather outsole, and then it has our classic just leather over cork footbed. So over time, your foot's obviously sinking into that cork and forming to the shape of the bottom of your foot. And because we do a 360 degree welt, we don't use a steel shank in our shoes, which is also kind of a nice differentiator as well. You get that stability by running that welt all the way around versus terminating it at the heel stack.
Got it.
Yeah, it's everybody's first pair of Allen Edmonds for sure.
Yeah. So this is like your most popular shoe. What about your most popular boots? We got a whole bunch of boots behind us.
Yeah, boots. It's such an easy transition for us. Really, the Higgins Mill has been probably the perennial favorite.
That's my first Allen Edmonds.
Was it?
Yeah.
That's great, yeah. I think, it's a plain toe, open lace boot. It's got a flatter toe box to it, so it doesn't look like a work boot from the side, like some of those heavier, true work inspired boots. But you get a nice kind of natural, lighter colored welt, Day-Night outsole. And yeah, it seems to fit the bill for a guy that wants something that you can wear with jeans, but if you're gonna wear it with chinos and a polo to the office, it works well for that too.
Yeah, it's a really nice balance of like rugged and dressy as well, right? Like
It is.
The low profile toe I'm a massive fan of, but also like the storm melt here, right? So that makes like a little bit more water resistant, like a slightly more rugged sort of look.
Gives it that little bit of functionality.
But it's still like really easy to dress up.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and this one's done in Buccaneer leather from Horween. We also do a few suedes, and then most recently, last year we released the Higgins on a lug sole. We've seen lug become really a trend, and I use that word, respectfully. It doesn't mean it's fast, it just means people like it right now. So this is done with an XL lug outsole, and because of the flatness of this sole, we actually build in a little wedge midsole to really keep the step proper on it. So
great.
It's a great platform to have fun with, really.
Yeah. So Allen Edmonds, very large American-made operation. Everyone's first dress shoe. It's a really good place to evolve your footwear from that $200-300 mark without going all the way up to the $600-700 mark that some guys wind up at. And lastly, in New York City, you told me that you're coming up with a platform where people can design their own shoes.
Yeah, being made in America, it's an advantage that we have. We have our own facility. So just like all the sizes we talked about, we have the capability to kind of customize those components. So we're working through the technical side of how that works, but it's something that we're really looking forward to. And actually, we just put in a new center, or new kind of area of our Rock Center store on 49th. That features some of the leathers that we work with, some of the outsoles that you can do, and hopefully a platform coming soon where we can have customers really have a little bit of fun with the footwear. One other great thing about the American manufacturing is we also have the ability to then rebuild the shoes after you've worn them once, so after your sole is worn through, the upper's looking tired, provided that you're taking care of them along the way with shoe trees and everything else. Basically, these shoes go back up to Wisconsin. We replace the cork, the sole, the heel stack. We relast the upper, which takes away some of those creases that have set in over time.
Right.
So it's not only most guys' kind of first foray into finer footwear, but into footwear that can actually be worked on. Most of the shoes out in the marketplace now, you wear them once, they're done, they end up in a landfill. But we're able to save thousands of shoes from the landfill every year. I think right now we're recrafting over 65,000 a year.
Wow.
So yeah, really cool kind of sustainable aspect to buying finer footwear that's made here in the States.
Yeah, that's one thing I really like about finer footwear is that not only is it better looking and it tends to be more comfortable, but also that it is more sustainable and eco-friendly, despite also being very cool, and those two things seldom line up.
That's right. Yeah, the intersection of that, we've got gold.
Yes.
Perfect.
All right, designing your own footwear at Elements, that is in Rockefeller Center. This store here, what's the address?
We are at 55th in Madison right now, 551 Madison.
All right, so come on down, put yourself some really sturdy, well-made American-made shoes.